Hi Helga, I have a question. Is it normal for Filipina that she will not share her love on social media, only first when you have met her in person? Yes, it's very normal for a Filipina to not share your love life on social media. And there's two types of Filipinas why she doesn't want to share your love life on social media. One Filipina who is sincere, genuine, and serious with your relationship would not share your love life on social media. It's because she's trying to protect your relationship and wants privacy from people. And one of the reasons why your Filipina is not exposing you or relationship on social media is because there are many toxic Filipinas that could potentially ruin your relationship with her. A lot of toxic Filipina will try to sabotage her relationship with you if they do not approve your relationship with her because they're jealous and toxic people or Filipina. They will try to find out who you are and will try to message you and will try to sabotage your Filipina's name. So basically, the toxic or jealous Filipina will try to sabotage your relationship in order for her to steal you away from her. Maybe she doesn't want to expose you not just yet because she wants you to get to know her well first. And the other Filipina who doesn't want to expose your love life on social media, there's a chance that she's not sincere or genuine because there's a lot of chance that she could be in a relationship with multiple men or multiple foreigners. And multiple secret foreigners in her life means multiple passive income for her. So why would she expose your love life on social media when other foreigners might be able to see it? And she cannot accept or receive passive income anymore. Okay, so those are the two types of Filipinas that you might encounter in the Philippines. Some are legit, some are not. Okay, so now you know. She is the biggest manipulator. She only nice when bills or she need money for her son. His father is alive and well. After I pay for our bill, she starts fights and ignores me. So I'm assuming you're talking about the girl who you tag here. So here's the thing that I can tell you, my friend, and all the other foreigners that have the same situation as my friend over here. You guys, when someone is doing this to you, I'm not just talking about Filipina, but women in general. When you know that she's a manipulator, fights with you, or ignores you after you sending the money, why do you continue send them money? And why do we have the urge to complain here on social media? The fact that she's using you and abuse you, why do you continue sending money? Do you know, my friend, why she's doing this to you? And I'm not just talking about you. I'm talking about all the foreigners that have the same situation as you. And the reason why you're letting someone to abuse you and use you is because you enjoy it. You enjoy the drama. Because if you don't enjoy the drama and the abuse, why do you continue? And why do you let the pain get to you? And maybe in your mind, you might think or say, well, I'm a nice person. I just want to do good things to other people. And I expect them to do good things back to me. You can't expect someone to value you, respect you, and acknowledge the good things you do for them when you can't even respect and value yourself as well as acknowledging that you're dealing with a drama. If you're the kind of person that don't know your values, more likely you will encounter people who will manipulate and abuse you. If you're the kind of person that knows your value and when someone will try to manipulate and abuse you, you run away, my friend. Even better if you block them right away, because this kind of attitude is not welcome in your life. However, you're allowing the situation to control you rather than you controlling the situation. Remember, no one will ever disrespect you or devalue you, not unless you let them. And don't get into victim mentality saying, oh, poor me, why is she doing this to me? Because honestly, it's not going anywhere. It's only gonna get worse, I promise you that. These Filipinas use money for white old grandpas for money or citizenship. You guys, before you criticize Filipinos or Filipinas, be sure you know how to use the correct term of calling Filipino or Filipina or Philippines. Filipinas is not a word. But if you're talking about Philippines or the Philippines, that is our country. If you're talking about Filipina or Pinay, then you are addressing the Philippine women. Filipino or Pinoy is addressing the Philippine men. And in regard to your comment about Filipinas marrying old grandpa for money and citizenship, it's kind of cliche, don't you think? And if an old white grandpa wants to marry a Filipina, then that is obviously his choice. Maybe he's thinking for his future retirement too, because he knows that Filipinas are so good at taking care of grandpas. And if the Filipina is okay to marry a grandpa for the sake of money and citizenship, and in return is to take good care of him, then why not? And if you guys are getting old, you don't have to be white. You can be black, brown, yellow, whatever you are. You can marry a Filipina anytime you want. I can guarantee you that when you marry a Filipina, you will never go to the care home. Your Filipina wife and her family will take good care of you. So what are you waiting for? Marry a Filipina now and give them money and citizenship in return to take good care of you. Deal? Deal. Just like me, I married a grandpa and now I got my citizenship. But in return, I take good care of the grandpa until now. Okay, so now you know. Mwah. My Filipina wife doesn't ask for an allowance. She expects me to pay for the groceries. The only jewelry I bought her is a wedding ring and a watch. Well, my friend, you are a jackpot for finding your Filipina. She expects you to pay for the grocery because she's the one who cooks, she's the one who cleans, and she is the one for everything. And that is why you are very lucky. And for those foreigners who are complaining how Filipinas are gold diggers, see this guy right here? This is the example of a guy finding a Filipina jackpot. When you find a Filipina who expects you to pay for the grocery while she's the one who cooks, when you find a Filipina who will not ask you to buy expensive jewelries or material stuff and other things that she doesn't need, then you found a Helga version, which is congratulations. You see, my friend, a lot of you were asking, Helga, how can I find someone like you? Can I clone you, please? Can I make a copy of you? All you have to do is find a Filipina that is the same as Andrew's wife. And if you do, that means you found Helga. Okay? Mwah! My Filipino wife is amazing. She made it very clear that she married for love, not money. I have to force her to go shopping and she doesn't like it when I spend money on her. She's loving and practical, and yes, she is. And that makes you a lucky man for finding a jackpot Filipina. You see, guys, this is the kind of Filipina that you should be looking for. Not the Filipina that wants to empty your bank account. The problem with a lot of men these days is they want a traditional Filipina, but at the same time, they also want a Filipina that looks like an Instagram Filipina. And the problem is, most of the time, they do not exist. And even if they exist, it's very rare. Often, when a man sees an Instagram Filipina versus the traditional Filipina, most of the time, they would choose the Instagram Filipina. But then again, as part of men's biology, often or most of the time, they would end up choosing the Instagram Filipina. But then eventually, they end up realizing that it's actually not the girl they need. It's only the girl they want. You see what I mean? You need to know the difference between want and need. Because want is only for temporary and need is forever. And yes, my friend, your wife is the true traditional Filipina. She knows the value of money and she also knows the value of your relationship. And for those men who are complaining about Filipina being a gold digger, guess what? You are manifesting and attracting those girls. The truth is, they are everywhere. And for those men who are afraid of finding a Filipina because they think that all Filipinas are gold digger, guess what, my friend? Papa Bear here just prove it that not all Filipina are the same. So what are you waiting for? Find your Filipina now.